All right, I am joined with a bunch of beautiful ladies today, and it's very exciting because we're kind of kicking off the month of mothers, because May and Mother's Day. And Jessie, you always have great projects on the go, My Why projects. So do you want to kind of explain what this one is all about?
Yeah, so My Why, Kristen, myself, and Kim Caparel, we are the co-founders of My Why. And our current project for the month of May is highlighting moms. And what comes with many people when they do become a mom, or in Andrew's case, it's a unique case, but many of the people on their motherhood journey experience postpartum depression.
Yes.
And that is something that we want to reduce stigma. We want to create important conversations around what that looks like, feels like, and how to get through that. And so that is what My Why is focusing on for the month of May.
Amazing. And I totally agree. I think it's something that definitely needs to be talked about. And Angelina, thank you so much for coming in today. It is important to talk about stories, and I kind of want to talk about yours today. So do you want to kind of talk about your journey and kind of where it started?
My husband and I have been together for 5 years. We started the fertility journey 4 years ago. We knew that there was going to be some issues, so instead of getting married first, we decided to do the fertility route. We started 4 years ago, and we have done a total of 10 treatments.
Wow. And
everything going from IUI, superovulation, IVF, frozen embryo transfers, miscarriages, losses. It's been a long 4 years.
Absolutely. And with this journey, it's something that it's draining, and it takes a lot out of people. And my question to you is, how did you kind of want to continue to keep going and want to keep talking about it and move forward?
When I went into the journey, I actually thought I was going to be super transparent. During the journey, it kind of changed, and I became more and more closed off and became really secretive about it. The thing that really changed for us is the reoccurrent loss, and we had to start explaining to people why we were missing events, why I was missing work, why I was detached from a lot of people. So yeah, you had to start explaining yourself, so it made it a little bit harder.
Absolutely, no, absolutely. And with this, you've kind of changed directions with what you want to do, and we kind of talked a little bit off camera that you're moving into a different route, and I want to kind of talk about that journey and where you started with that.
So my husband and I have had 4 miscarriages, and we have lost 5 babies in total. We lost twins 2 years ago, and I ended up hemorrhaging and being hospitalized because of it. And then we tried again, and we miscarried again, and then we did another one following our wedding in October, which resulted in a very serious hemorrhage. And at that point, I got diagnosed with a blood clot that was in line with my heart and lungs. And we were told at that time that it would be catastrophic if I chose to carry again, and that, and I quote, "you will die if you do it again." So our journey changed from us building a family to us having to reach out to build our family. So we started a blog, which is The Stork with the Broken Wing, and we have it on Facebook, and that's just kind of get the conversation started about adoption and surrogacy. And I wrote an original post November 25th, and it had over 500 shares. And it was a short version of what we've been through, and if anyone's considering surrogacy, or if anyone knows of a couple or a young girl, just to kind of start the conversation, because it is not a common conversation to have, and miscarriages aren't talked about, and depression, anxiety, and everything that results of the fertility journey. So.
Well, that's the thing, right? And I think that's something that definitely, like, I applaud you for coming out and talking about it, because it's something that everyone moms are okay, moms are superheroes, moms can just get through anything, and sometimes moms need help, and sometimes moms have a lot of things that are going on in their world. So I think, first of all, thank you so much for coming out and talking about it, because it's incredible. And before we wrap up here today, I just kind of wanted to touch on, you have a very special piece of jewelry that you're wearing today, and do you want to kind of talk about what it means to you?
I attended a retreat. There's an organization in Saskatoon called Empty Arms. And there has been a lady that's the founder, and her name's Jasmine, and she has been vital with my moving forward and getting our story out there and just starting the discussions, I guess. And I went to a retreat for women who have lost children in various stages, and it's called Empty Arms for pretty sad reason. And we were gifted this by a jeweler in Saskatoon. So anytime I tend to talk about our 5 angels, I tend to wear it. And it's a good reminder. And on it, it actually says, not all stars belong to the sky.
Oh, I love that.
So it's pretty special.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, I would just want to, one more question to you is, and it's, what is kind of your hope to come out of starting this conversation? What was kind of, when you started writing your blog and things like that, what was your goal to get out of that?
My goal was to get the conversation started.
Right.
It's 1 in 4, 1 in 6 couples deal with infertility, and we actually know way too many people that are doing it. I know way too many women that are dealing with miscarriages and infant loss, and they're doing it alone. And like, you're already sad and broken and struggling, and your friends have kids and your siblings have kids. So it's a way to kind of like, for a girl or a couple to look out and see, like, maybe you're not ready to talk about it, but maybe you're able to relate to someone else's story. And I needed that 3 years ago or 2 years ago, and I couldn't find it, so we started creating it. So
And now you can be that light for everyone else.
hopefully,
Exactly.
hopefully.
Well, thank you so much for
You're
coming in
welcome.
today, Angelina. You are a very brave soul, and we appreciate you coming out and chatting with
Thank
us
you.
today. Thanks.